This video is kind of a mess. I kind of want to restart. Did I film a whole video last night and then decide that it was actually too much of a hot mess and I just didn't want to do anything with it? 100%. Yes. Guys, I just took a shower and so my hair is gonna just be really ratchet until it dries, probably by the time I get to the end of this video. So maybe we can figure out a situation where I'm not touching it every 2 seconds, but I really just doubt that that's gonna happen. Alright guys, so we've got ourselves a little bit of a different video today. We are doing a kind of originally gonna be a daily routine. Is my camera a little foggy? Let's clean that up a little. What I'm going to be talking about today is going to be the psychology behind my weight loss and the personal responsibility. I'm going to preface this like I do at the start of every one of my videos. If you're new, I'm not a health expert. I am not even a nutrition major. The purpose of these videos are to tell my story, explain my perspective, my weight loss journey, and just so you guys might be inspired or hear it or like it. It's not to tell you what to do or how to lose weight. I'm gonna start with my daily routine because that was the original kind of purpose of this, is to update you guys on my kind of quarantine journey and what life has been like. If you want to see a daily routine video, I will totally do that. Not one of me talking when, fake me waking up, but I actually have makeup on and look really pretty. If you want that, I will totally do it for you guys. I eat breakfast usually around 10:30, and then I wait an hour to an hour and a half before I work out. So in the hour and a half, I do schoolwork, and then I work out. I get my workout done usually within an hour. If it's a run, 30 minutes, and then I'll come back and stretch and stuff. So it's usually an hour of my time. After my run, I just do work pretty much until dinner, and that's because Monday through Thursday night is my work time, my school time. I don't have class on Friday, so I like to have Friday through Sunday as my weekends, and splitting this up really helps me from going crazy because it makes my weekdays feel like weekdays and my weekends feel like weekends. So in this quarantine of all this free time and not knowing what to do, having that strict schedule for me is very helpful. So I do a lot of my work Monday through Thursday. It's just lots of getting my schoolwork done. After that, and then I have dinner, and then after dinner, if there's any work I need to finish up, I'll just finish that up, and I then will just get into bed, watch a movie, hang out with my brothers, anything of the sort. I usually go to bed around 11:30 to 12:30. It depends on the night, depends when I woke up. There's no reason to not be getting a good night's rest, and it makes me feel energized. The sleep you get at night is more important than the sleep you get in the morning, and by that I mean if you go to sleep at 3 a.m. but you get 8 hours of sleeping, that's not going to give you energy, whereas if you go to bed at 10 p.m. and you get 8 hours of sleeping, that's going to give you a lot more energy. I'm going to head into my first topic, which is the psychology of my weight loss journey. And I want to first address what took me to start losing weight, because I used to have, and this was addressed to me and that's why I'm bringing it up, I used to have a constant battle of I need to lose weight, I hate how I feel, I hate how I look, versus I'm totally fine, I should be happy with my size. A huge part, me breaking out of that cycle, was a concern for my actual health and being on the verge of having diabetes, and being obese. Genuinely, I know I didn't look it, but being 205 pounds, 5'4" at my age of 16, not too healthy. There was a health concern, and also I just wanted to live a long life. I wanted to not have diabetes. I wanted to be fit and I wanted to be healthy. Also realized that what mattered more to me, the feeling of wanting to lose weight always hurt more and had a bigger impact on me than the I'm fine feeling. So when I was feeling super heavy and just gross about myself, it always hurt more and made me feel worse than that okay, I'm fine, I'm just pushing it away feeling. So for a long time, that was the reason that I was stuck in the cycle of hating myself, but also never losing weight. That was a hard cycle to break. And I remember kind of getting closer to when I actually decided to lose weight, like closer to those times when I was really heavy, when I would tell myself I was fine, like in the back of my head, I always had that like, you're not fine. You need to lose weight before it becomes an actual issue. Another huge part of my journey was understanding that losing weight is not a week-long journey. It's not a month-long journey. Sometimes it's not even a year-long journey. In fact, I know it's not a year-long journey because it's been a year and a half since I decided to lose weight, and I'm not finished. Like, I'm still going, I still want to lose more weight. I'm not saying I'm not happy with where I'm at. I'm just saying, like, I still want to lose more weight. That's not something I should have to explain. I think a lot of people give up and lose motivation because they're not seeing results quick enough, or they're giving up after a month because they're not seeing results, or it takes a while. You have to stick it out, and it's healthy. It's normal that it takes that long. Like, if it's being quicker and if you're seeing weight drop dramatically and drastically, then it's something that you're doing is unhealthy. And that is not going to be good for your body in the long run and when you're older. And it's probably not good for a lot of your systems, or whichever way you're doing it, it's probably not good for your mental health either. Another huge part of like this journey for me has been not comparing myself to other people. I know people say that all the time, but it is so hard to actually do. Like, that took a lot of strength and time for me to be able to do, and I'm so sure that I still do it. In fact, like, I recognize when I do it. Recognizing when I'm doing it helps me kind of like stop it. It's very hard. It's a intense battle in my brain, but I've kind of come to an understanding that some people will have abs without working out. I work out every day, eat healthy all the time, and it just takes a little longer for me to lose weight. Our bodies are built differently, and as much as I wish to look like someone else wishes to look like me. Comparing ourselves to other people in the long run, it's a waste of time, and it's a detriment to our mental and physical health because it's unmotivating. And at the end of the day, our bodies, which we are born with, are the only ones we are going to get. More than that, more than physically comparing ourselves, like, our journeys are completely different. My day 1 is going to look different than your day 1. My day 100 is going to look different than your day 100. Me losing weight, you losing weight, it's all different. Like, there's just no point in comparing ourselves to other people because that's not going to change anything. Like, that doesn't change how your journey is going to be. It's just going to make you more upset about it, which is not going to help your journey. If you want to actually, go on a journey and actually lose weight, you have to just cut out comparing yourself to other people because it's going to be different. You just have to do it your own way. Take a shot every time I say journey. So one of the reasons I keep going is because I've understood that it takes a long time. It's been a year and a half. I've understood that I'm different to other people. My body is different. My journey is different. And I've understood that breaking this cycle was important. So because I've understood that, I've accepted it, and I've seen results of sticking it out. That's one of my huge motivations of continuing this whole journey. Another thing is that the more I get into it, like, people always ask me, how do you still have motivation, the more I get into it, the more I love it. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've started doing yoga. I started eating, being more interested in nutrients that go into my body and the amount of sleep I get, and stretching and all these things. That's because, like, the more I learn about the healthy things about my body, the more I want to invest in it. But there is a huge difference between interest and passion and obsession. So saying I ate a brownie last night, now I need to run 8 miles tomorrow, isn't healthy. It's an obsession. Saying I had a week of bad eating and now I need to starve myself for the next week, or only eat salad, that's not healthy. I'm being my best self on my own terms and how I define it, and I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to be me. So I'm losing weight out of the comfortableness of my body and not out of the guilt from being overweight. Like I said in my last video, self-love comes before self-care because they're very much intertwined. So even when days or weeks are tougher than others, it's really the peak of the mountain and the hike that I'm headed towards. So there are small peaks, there are big peaks, but it's a climb, as Hannah Montana, or Miley Cyrus actually said. It's a climb. Personal responsibility is another topic that I want to go into because that plays a huge part. At the end of the day, you are the only one who holds yourself accountable to following through. Learning this took a lot of strength and willpower and time. It doesn't come easy. You have to be willing to put the work in. A lot of it is visualization. I said this in my Instagram story earlier, but now I'm going to kind of go into it. It's easy to not go on a run or to miss a workout when you visualize yourself in bed or watching Netflix instead or just staying home. When you visualize missing that run, it's so easy to not go on it. But if you visualize not only the end result, but visualize the run, visualize your body going through the motions, visualize the happiness of it, it will motivate you to genuinely want to go on that run. And that has been scientifically proven. Like, that is not just my experience, but many other people's proven experiences as well. As I said again, this is how psychology plays into it. What goes on in your brain has a direct response to what goes into your body, and what goes on in your body just as much as what goes on in your body affects your brain. Like when you feel pain in your knee, your brain tells you that. And when you are visualizing being unhappy, visualizing a headache, then that starts to happen. Like, that's not a fake thing, that's real. So visualization, huge part of it. There's a good side and a bad side to personal responsibility. Another part of this is not making excuses for myself on others' behalf. If I miss a workout, instead of putting the blame on something or someone else as an excuse, I take the responsibility into my own hands. I am the only reason that I chose to eat unhealthy. I am the only reason I missed my workout. Oftentimes we'll say like, oh, well, Jasper, my brother, was going to run with me and he bailed, or mom made cake so I had to have it. At the end of the day, it's your responsibility, and even when you don't want to own it, owning that gut gross feeling that you missed it and recognizing that you wished you would have done it differently, that'll help you come to terms to motivate you to do it and to remember how I felt when I missed it. I owned that. That was my fault. The opposite side of this is not coming up with excuses, but accepting that not every workout is going to be great. Not everyone is going to top the last run or be amazing. I talk about this a lot in my stories, but I really just want to permanently say it. You cannot always be so hard on yourself. The bad side could be including blaming yourself for eating too much or not working out by setting too high of standards to overcompensate. There's no point in making yourself unhappy. You only do as much as you can ask for or ask your body to do. This is what I talked about as turning interest and passion into obsession, is when you blame yourself. There should never be blaming yourself. You own your mistakes. You own when you miss something, like you regret missing something. You own that that's your responsibility, that you missed it, but you don't blame yourself. You don't blame other people. So yeah, if you do it, that's enough. If you push against not wanting to do it and getting it done, that's even more than you can ask for. I just want to add that I think my old self would laugh at myself today. I think if you told me about who I was today, I would laugh, because I never ever thought that I could change so physically and even more so mentally than I have. The fact that I'm this invested in my health, my well-being, and living a long and healthy life and still motivating myself to stick to it, I never thought I would change. Not even physically, yes, I always thought oh, I could lose weight, but I never thought mentally that I would want to be this healthy and care about myself this much. Now I'm going to move on to some of the questions that you guys have asked me. I've read these questions, but I haven't pre-answered them, so I'm kind of just answering them as I read them. First question: how much running should I do a day to get in shape? that is all up to you. I started running only Tuesdays and Thursdays when I first started. It's really just as much as you can do. The more you run, the better you'll get, but you don't need to run every day to like consider yourself in shape, you know? That's, yeah. How long did it take to get toned after doing ab workouts? I started doing ab workouts in December. I probably didn't see anything until February, and like the smallest thing. And like there are mornings I wake up today, I don't see anything. I don't take ab pictures every morning, okay guys? But I do see results now, and damn, it feels good. It makes me want to keep going. What are healthy things I do before I go to bed? I've recently been doing yoga because I'm a health queen. No, I've recently been doing nighttime yoga because I wasn't like originally gonna do it because I'm not like some huge yogi. I just do yoga to stretch after running. But I was just feeling super awake and I really wanted a good night's rest. So I just looked up on YouTube like 10-minute nighttime yoga stretch and I did it and I was so tired I went to bed at 11:30 and I felt so good. So I don't know like healthy things I do before I go to bed. I just like try and get a good night's rest. Turn my lights off. I keep my blinds open actually, which I never used to do, but I find that waking up in the morning to sunlight is super motivating to get me out of bed. Like for real. Waking up to like a sunny day makes me want to like get moving. Sorry if I didn't really answer that well, but if you are curious for more answers, reach out to me personally and I can help you. I just can't think of it on the spot. How to not be bored while running? I always focus on my breathing, my posture, my like arm movements, making sure my arms are by my side, not like in front of me. Making sure I have good posture, my chin is in a good position, and I count my breaths. So basically that just gets me through the whole run. And also I play music, so I'm like trying to sing along in my head to that music. If I'm running outside, I do this thing where I look at houses and then I come up with stories of what the families might be like that live in those houses. So I'll be like, oh, the mom is definitely the breadwinner in this house. And that is fun, but also that could just be my creative mind. There is an app that mimics a zombie apocalypse while you're running in your ears and you have to like run away and like collect coins as you go. If that's something that interests you, reach out to me. I can look it up. You could look it up, you know, we're all capable. How do I stop late night snacking, or what are my late night post dinner snacks if I do? I've given some of these tips before. I leave the kitchen because staying in the kitchen, opening the fridge, look through the pantry are just not good if you want to not snack. Like, why would you linger in the kitchen? Oh, that's one thing that I do. Also, it takes 20 minutes, like I said, it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain that you are full. If you just had dinner, you don't know if you're full or not. You could be full. Why, like wait 20 minutes and then decide, do I actually want a snack or am I satisfied from dinner? And drink a huge thing of water. That's another thing. Will fill you up right away. You could add like lime or stuff to make it a little more tasty. When I do late night snack, I love popcorn. Like that can be so healthy for you. Just plain popcorn. It's really good. What else do I like? I don't know, cottage cheese, but I feel like that's like sketchy. Like you wouldn't, like I'm a weird girl. I didn't mean like that, but like I don't know, I feel like most people don't like cottage cheese and I do. Like sorry about it. Carrots and hummus, especially the hummus with like stuff in it, like the tapenade hummus. It's so good. I literally love that. Also guac and chips. So good. Oh my god, I'm getting hungry. Stop. Favorite workout instructors on YouTube or Insta. If you want my full list, I have a huge list of Instagram workouts and stuff like that, things that are free, things that are like donation. If you want that full list, reach out to me. I will give it to you. Right now I've been loving Jabs by Gina on Zoom. You go onto her website and you can register for a Zoom class. Sydney Miller Housework, so good. I do yoga with Adriene on YouTube for free. Love her post running yoga. It's just such a good stretch. Pop Sugar Fitness has IGTV videos of workouts that are like 45 minutes long just on IGTV. Those are great. Like I said, if you want my full list, I just couldn't sit here and name all of them. One other thing was I was motivated in the beginning of quarantine, but now I'm losing motivation. What should I do? What I do when I'm losing motivation is like getting through the tough days, because there are going to be peaks of like great days and like not so great days. So if you can get through those not so great days, then you'll feel so good. Like, put on good music to get you in the mood. You guys have seen my dance parties. Like, that genuinely puts me in a good mood. Put on good music, get outside just like for a little bit, get your mind outside. Maybe you could start by going on a walk if you're interested in running. If it's just a normal workout, like, you just gotta add it as a priority. Like, if you're really falling out of motivation and you really, like, how bad do you want it, you know? Like, do you, like, if you're making up excuses for yourself, like, that's just, you don't want it that bad then. How do I portion control / keep myself from taking seconds, even of veggies? Always take seconds of veggies. Veggies are no harm. I love vegetables. I will eat so many vegetables. Remember, if you think you've had enough dinner, then you don't need more. But like, if you're so hungry, you eat more veggies. But portion control wise, it's more of like a mental thing. I've also done a lot of research, watch YouTube videos on portion control, follow Instagram accounts on like how much of things you should be eating. So if you educate yourself, you'll get to a point where you can just know, like, okay, this is how much I should be eating. Maybe I ate a little too much this time, so I'm gonna like cut it down this time. But I don't really measure or count calories. It's more of like mental stuff. How to say no to really good unhealthy food when it's right in front of you. Say yes. You guys know I eat unhealthy food, especially if it's right in front of me. I don't indulge often. Watch my first video if you want to hear about that. I'm not trying to plug myself, but I'm also not trying to just repeat myself. So like, if there's really good unhealthy food in front of you, you can have some, just have a little and then walk away. You know, if it's right in front of you, like, sometimes my dad will ask like the waiter or something to like clear a plate so that it's just not sitting right in front of us. That's when we go out to eat. When you're in your own home, it's a lot easier to just like put something away or like throw it out. Do I have stretch marks? How do I take care of them / fade them? I do have stretch marks. That's totally normal. I don't do anything to take care of them. I think they're kind of cool, honestly. I know some people don't like them. I'm sure that there are many things online, but personally, I don't do anything to fade them or take care of them. Should I be taking care of them? Like, I don't really know. That's never been an issue that I've like had, my stretch marks. Stretch marks are like so normal. Like, I didn't mean to turn Long Islandy there, but stretch marks are so normal. Like, there's no reason for anyone to feel ashamed of them at all. How to avoid overeating during meals. Eat slowly. Drink water before your meal. Drink water during your meal. That's what I do. Do I count calories, or is it more initiative eating and keeping mental track of what my body needs? Initiative eating, you guys know that I don't count calories. I'm too lazy, and when I tried, I lied to myself about what I was eating, and I just feel like it's like, for me, it wasn't that accurate. Like, it's just hard, and I just feel like, for me, when I start counting calories, my interest and passion turns more into an obsession. And I know that there's a way to like avoid that. I'm just not interested in it. It's just not what works for me. What do I do to keep myself going every day, both with exercise and clean eating? Some days it's hard. Having a partner or even someone who's not going to do it with you but is going to hold you accountable for doing it and like won't let you come up with BS excuses, that's helpful. If there's someone in your household that will do that for you, keeping a journal could be very helpful. So you hold yourself accountable, and at the end of the day, it's all about how bad you want it. Sorry, I wish I could give you guys an easy route, but that's not the reality. The reality is it takes a lot of mental strength and willpower. It wasn't easy for me. Like, this journey wasn't easy. Like I said, I'm a year and a half in and I'm not finished. Every day I'm learning new things. I'm pushing myself mentally. I'm struggling with myself mentally. Like, there's just no easy way to answer that. It looks like I might have motivation every day, but you guys saw today, like, I really struggled to get out and run, and I did it, and I did it better than I thought I would. Like, visualization, I talked about that earlier. Do it. Eating healthy in rough times, for example, my period, or when I'm just exhausted or just feeling sick. Um, Usually I like cut myself a little break, especially when I'm on my period. I'm like, okay, I'm conscious of what I'm eating because I'm like, I'm on my period. I'm gonna bloat more. I'm gonna feel gross more. The only thing I can do to avoid feeling gross is to just eat as best as I can. When I have cravings, I like often give in to them because I just feel like it sucks when you are craving something so badly and you like force yourself to not have it and you're like mean to yourself about it. Like, no, if you want like a baked bear ice cream cookie sandwich, like that's exactly what I'm gonna order when I'm on my period. Like, so what? Um, when I'm being exhausted and stuff, I try and just do things that are like get me in a better mood. But the thing is, like, I don't eat super unhealthy. So when I crave something, I indulge myself a little, but just in moderation, you know? I'm not constantly eating unhealthy. I'll have an unhealthy snack or unhealthy dessert, but I'm not like, it's not like every meal is unhealthy. What do I eat for lunch? I've been struggling thinking of healthy lunch options. I'm gonna link my Pinterest in the description because I have a Pinterest board that is like solely recipes. It's like my food eats one, and then it's got dinner recipes, lunch, dessert, literally everything under the sun. That would be very helpful for you. How is being a counselor at camp gonna affect things? I am not gonna lie, I've thought about this a lot and it honestly makes me really nervous. I know that I'm gonna have to be harder on myself because there's a lot more unhealthy opportunities. And with camp, like, I'm still gonna have my Instagram, you know, I'm gonna document everything. And I just have to, like, prioritize it even higher. I'm not prioritizing it higher than my job, but I'm prioritizing it as like this is something that needs to get done. I need to be conscious of my health. Like I said in my first video, I do not ever want to go back to the way I was feeling. I think I have this like overwhelming fear of gaining weight because I've worked so hard to get to where I am. That is all for me today. I'm going to link my Spotify too because it has a great running playlist. My Spotify, my Pinterest, my Instagram if you don't follow it, in the description below. I hope you guys like this video. And if you've got more ideas, if you are someone that wants to reach out personally to me, please feel free. Through Instagram DM, I answer everyone. And I I hope you guys have a good night. And hopefully we'll get some more questions answered soon.